Magic 89.9, the voice of summer.
Welcome back, my gosh.
Thank you so much.
It has been a very eventful week. A lot of things happening in our lives, in your life as well. Really quickly, how's your health doing, by the way?
This week, I feel okay. Emotionally, it's been an absolute disaster for me this week. But I'm feeling okay, and I'm doing all right.
Okay, well, you know what?
Sorry, I can't be more positive at the moment, but it's just how I'm feeling at the moment.
Yes, we know what you're going through.
We wish we could take you with us, because Grace and I are actually leaving for Boracay tomorrow. We know how you love Boracay.
Don't make him envy you.
No, but you're supposed to be coming back to the Philippines soon, and I know Grace promised that when you do, we'll plan something.
All expenses paid trip to Boracay for Brian Gorrell.
But then I'd be just like the people that I lampoon in my blog, because I lived on Boracay. I lived on Boracay.
So is there a schedule for you to come back to the Philippines?
Well, at the moment, not really, because just the next couple of weeks on the blog, the things I have planned, I think they're going to once again ruffle some feathers. And I think the more I post on my blog, the less likely it is of me ever being able to come back to the Philippines.
I have a story to share with you. I was just recently in Boracay last week. We had something to do for the station there. And I had two interesting experiences that I don't know if you know about yet, but I think you have feelers all around the Philippines. A lot of people are feeding you a lot of information. But one thing that happened, it was in your blog the other day that I was eating ribs in Gustav on Boracay.
It was so funny. He knew.
The best. I said it in my blog, and I'll say it on the air. The best ribs on Bora.
I looked like crap. That it was late in the evening. I was flying out the next morning, but I was craving for those ribs. So I was there. I was there with my uncle having ribs, and then one of the people that you mentioned in your blog had come up to me and was talking with my uncle actually, and he talked to me in passing, but then when he found out who I was, I guess he left. But someone posted a comment on your blog that they were there, they saw the whole thing, but it really wasn't true. Some of the details that these people put on your comment section. I'm just curious.
No.
Yeah. So
there's lots of the comments that come through. They're not 100%. I can't guarantee that they're 100% true. But more often than not, the gist is there.
Okay, but as of now, are you doing anything to screen these comments, or so that people just don't put falsehoods on your blog?
Well, the thing is, people don't realize I get thousands of comments every day. When I first started the blog, I posted all comments because the traffic was lower and so on and so forth. But now, of course, with the concerted efforts against my blog, I have to be very careful with what I let through. So there's always a blend of the positive and the negative, obviously, but I couldn't let all the comments through. So the ones I do let through, who like the one that you've just described, because it touched on a post that I had already put out there, I have to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Okay,
now,
I just want to say that for that supposed Gucci Gang member that I met in Gustav, whoever posted that thing, I was not rude or anything. I was just eating my ribs. I was just enjoying my ribs.
Let me just say who it was. It was Marcel Crespo, and many people emailed me telling me that he was on Boracay. You're absolutely right. I have many feelers out there, not only because I lived on Boracay and had a wonderful time there, but because people are just generally interested in the sort of information I put on my blog, and I have a lot of people trying to contribute tips and so on and so forth. Well, so I do have to be very careful. But you know what, Mo? It's just like everyone else who appears on my blog. It's information. If they have a good reputation, if they have a stellar position in the community, people are automatically going to look away from it. If there's a notion out there that you do possess the characteristics that are evident in these bits of gossip, well then you have to deal with that. You have to defend yourself. It's a new world, and we all have to defend our characters. I have to defend my character every day since I started this blog in an excruciating fashion.
Yes.
And so if other people from time to time are tinged with a bit of residue from my blog, well, they have to deal with it.
Well, the second thing that happened to me in Boracay, this is one thing that you touch time and time again on your blog. Because a lot of people read this, not just, I think it's past the whole expose, the whole chismes portion, but because you're actually tackling social issues that need to be corrected and pointed out here in the Philippines. But this happened to me while, and a good friend of mine while we were in Boracay. One of these high society socialites were there. I don't know if you've really mentioned him in your blog, but I know you have a post from, I think, one of his friends, one of his co-workers or associates, Constance Pendleton.
Yeah, I just posted that about 20 minutes ago on my blog, and I encourage everyone to go to the blog and read it, because it's a very interesting article, and I think it's going to open up a lot of eyes.
The instance that happened here was this person in question, part of Constance's clique as in like the circle of co-workers or whatever.
Right, colleague.
The colleague.
Not necessarily her friend.
Yeah, but a colleague. Like Grace, Grace is my friend. She's also my colleague. But in this case, Constance's colleague was spotted on the island, and he was kind of drunk, and he's supposed to be from this really rich family or whatever like that. And he was pointing to these people, going up to them really rudely and saying, like, "You're poor. You're poor."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I've just posted his name on my blog.
Oh my God.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I posted both of their names on my blog because.
Oh God! That is not right. That is just.
Well, when I read that last night, you guys, you have to understand. I'm here by myself on the farm. I get a lot of information through my blog. I read almost all the correspondence.
So someone's emailed you about this already.
Yeah, and I heard about this before I read the article written about it. You see, and that's why I post these things on my blog. People think I just grab things out of the gravity and just whack them on my computer. No, I don't do that. I email people. I have phoned people who are involved in the post this morning. I've spoken to the person who's written the article. It's just not a really exercise for me. I'm not going to put people's names in my on the blog unless I can absolutely guarantee that they are responsible for what I'm accusing them of.
And here, I think the importance of this blog here is that people who don't have a venue to voice things out, like, not everybody has a radio show, not everybody has a magazine that they can write for, not everybody has a column in the newspaper. So, like, for average people that don't have that voice, a lot of people just throw their weight around, these high society people. But now, at least you're voicing things out. I think we're actually making history here with your blog. But one of your posters here wanted to comment about that whole "you are poor" incident on Boracay.
Gosh, that is terrible.
But he says, terrible. "I abhor pseudo society poseurs who lord over the Philippines as though it were a toy. Enough of them," or Constance Pendleton's clique, not Constance in particular, because I think Constance is a totally separate person, and she or he does the work. But Constance clique and the delusions of grandeur stop making the poor feel poor. The new movers and shakers are was saying that it's our show, Mojo, Grace, and Brian Gorrell.
It's
round of applause.
I can't believe this, and the fact that I was in GMA yesterday for taping, and we were just talking about you, Brian, and some of one of the directors and even my co-hosts were saying, how
what were they saying?
They said that, "Are you rich?" Mojo, don't play that. Who said that?
That was Andy's voice.
Well, anyway, Brian, they were saying that, it's a shame for us because it took a foreigner to voice out the problems that were blatantly out there. And, a part of me really want you here. But a part of me
I would
also...
love to be there.
Yeah, but a part of me also kind of doubt that idea because it might not be safe for you right now. Can you buy me a Rolex?
Not safe. I don't think it's safe. Look, I have to say one more thing about Raul Manzano and Monchan Olives. They have to really look at themselves. When they're written about on a blog, when they're discussed on air, they have to look at themselves and wonder why. Why? And that's all they have to do.
I don't know why. Why can't we all just get along?
These two men have so much power in their hands. They could make such a positive change in Manila. Right. The problems in Manila, they face a lot of places around the world. I'm not picking on the Philippines. I want to come back there and live one day, for goodness sake. Why would I slander the country
of course.
that is where I want to live? It's craziness.